So Apple has a pretty long track record at this stage of kind of nailing it when it comes to rolling out pieces of technology that maybe other competitors have already attempted and not quite succeeded with commercially. This one seems to be getting a fair bit of debate internally at Apple. Can you talk to us about the product?
Yeah, I mean, Apple's been working since around 2018, if not a little earlier than that, on what amounts to an AR/VR headset, an
Okay.
augmented reality and virtual reality headset. So this is something that you would be able to both see through and then have a virtual reality experience inside of when you put it on your face. And the idea is that it can enable things, like one of the signature ideas is called co-presence, where you're two people are kind of inhabiting a space together and having an experience together, even though they're far apart.
So
Other things that you can do is like it would be a Mac on your face or a TV on your face. Those are the ways that you'd be using this device.
So, I mean, examples I've heard of are, hey, I can effectively sit floor seats at at a NBA game, at a Lakers game, by wearing one of these headsets and watching it that way. You give the example in the article of a man in a London taxi putting on his headset, calling his wife who's in San Francisco, and basically like, hey, do you want to come to London so they can view things together. If I'm not mistaken, I believe both Google and Snapchat Snap both tried to roll out, I don't know, similar type products, and to my knowledge, I believe both of them have discontinued those divisions. Is there anybody else that has had limited commercial success in this space?
Yeah, I mean, right now the company that's pouring the most time, money, and resources into this is what was known as Facebook, now known as Meta, because Mark Zuckerberg believes that the metaverse is the next computing platform, the computing platform of the future. And that's a shared belief broadly by a lot of people. We've been in this smartphone era for more than 15 years now. It's around the time that you would see a transition to a new computing platform, just as we transition from, say, personal computers on our desk to laptops to smartphones. But that moment has not yet arrived, in part because there's some questions about what is the problem that a VR AR headset solves. It hasn't quite cleared that hurdle, and that's an instrumental hurdle to clear if you're going to be persuading a lot of people to buy these things.
So I hear that argument loud and clear. And for a $3,000 headset, clearly you need to have a cause behind it. But is there anything about the AirPods that revolutionized how we listen to music, or is there anything truly revolutionary about the iPhone other than people saw it as, the best way to adapt things? I'm kind of confused as to where this debate is coming from internally. Like, there have been plenty of things that I don't know were complete necessities to fill a market that Apple has made a hell of a profit on.
Well, if you think about it, those products were technological solutions to existing, I guess, industries, right? I mean, the mobile phone has been around a long time.
Yep.
The iPhone brought together an iPod, a phone, and an internet communication device, essentially a laptop, all in one. So it was three devices in one. When you think about the AirPods, that moved into just earphones. I mean, earbuds, the things that were ubiquitous at the time. It was just a convenient solution to something that people were dealing with. And the problem 9 times out of 10 was when you untangled your earbuds, they'd be in a kind of a rat's nest array of knots. So, you spare yourself out with that solution. It's a simple solution to an existing problem. Whereas with the headset, some people are concerned that it's a solution in search of a problem. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the only other product that I can genuinely think of that I've heard Apple talk about that, did not make it to market has been the Apple Car. And for all I know, that could still be in works. Other than that, I always doubt, hey, why would anyone buy $300 headphones? Why would anybody, buy this next Apple product when it's 30% more expensive than the competitor? But they seem to be able to make that work, and we'll see where this one goes. Tripp, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it, and look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.